Sniper attack at Dallas ICE facility leaves multiple dead and the suspect deceased. In the early hours of Wednesday morning, a sniper opened fire on detainees at a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility in Dallas. The shooting left 2 detainees dead, a third critically injured, and the shooter also dead from a self-inflicted wound. The shooting occurred just after 6:30 a.m. at the ICE detention center on the North Stemmons Freeway in Dallas. Law enforcement officers discovered 4 people who had been shot, 2 were dead at the scene, and 2 were taken to hospitals. One of those hospitalized later died, bringing the total deceased among victims to 2 detainees. The third surviving victim remains in critical condition. None of the victims were law enforcement personnel. Officials confirmed all were detainees. The suspect has been identified as 29-year-old Joshua John. Investigators believe John was positioned on a nearby roof and fired toward the facility. As law enforcement approached, John reportedly died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. At the scene, investigators found bullets engraved with anti-ICE, indicating a possible ideological motive. Officials from Dallas, state agencies, and federal law enforcement described the incident as targeted violence and affirmed a joint investigation is underway. Dallas Police Chief Daniel Camo pledged to work closely with federal and local partners to fully understand how the attack occurred. At a press event, FBI officials shared that the engravings on the rounds raised concerns about an anti-ICE motivation behind the attack. Dallas Mayor Eric Johnson urged calm, asking residents to allow investigators to do their work and offering prayers for victims and their families. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, present at the conference, condemned the violence and called on political leaders to temper rhetoric against ICE and related agencies, warning that demonizing language can have dangerous real-world consequences. Acting Dallas ICE Field Office Director Joshua Johnson emphasized that aggressive rhetoric toward ICE and CBP, Customs and Border Protection, can incite violent action, stating that there are people out there, coming in. They're doing acts of violence against ICE employees. This is not the first threat facing immigration enforcement facilities in Dallas. In late August 2025, a man was arrested after threatening ICE officers, claiming to have a detonator strapped to his wrist at the Dallas field office. Earlier, on July 4th, an attack on an ICE detention center in Alvarado, Johnson County, involved gunfire and resulted in multiple arrests. That attack was viewed as coordinated and intended to distract or dislodge ICE personnel. The Dallas shooting starkly demonstrates how political or ideological hostility toward immigration enforcement can manifest as violent action. The presence of anti-ICE messages engraved on bullets suggests the attack was not random, but deliberate and symbolic. Yet many critical questions remain unanswered. Why was this particular ICE facility targeted? Did the shooter act alone or have assistance? Did the gunman have prior connections to extremist or radical groups? What security vulnerabilities allowed someone to position themselves with a clear line of fire? In the coming days, investigators will likely focus on the shooter's background, tactical preparation, and any affiliations. The incident may also prompt renewed debates about the rhetoric surrounding immigration enforcement, the protection of detention facilities, and how to anticipate and prevent ideologically motivated violence. Thank you for your time. More to come.